The scene in Paranormal Activity where the sheet is pulled off the bed, I was lying on the floor next to the bed, pulling that sheet off. It was one of the most effective scenes in any movie we've ever done. And I really learned about horror from Paranormal Activity. I learned it was the right fit for me. I didn't realize it. I wish I had liked horror more. I would have gotten to my calling a lot earlier. Before Paranormal Activity, I had made a handful of movies, but I never was comfortable. And it wasn't until I started making horror movies, I was like, this is what I want to do. A Blumhouse film is first and foremost entertaining, scary, hopefully original. We try and make movies that people, haven't seen before. And sometimes, on top of all that, we try and make them about something in society or put a theme of some kind into them. Although they don't all have that. Some of them are just fun and scary.
Just remember all the good The Purge does, okay? It's all that matters.
The Purge was the first movie I made that gave me the confidence that it felt I could be successful in the movie business. It was the fourth successful movie that we did. I did Paranormal Activity, then Insidious, then Sinister, and then The Purge. Even after the three movies, people were still like, I got lucky or this or that. And The Purge was the turning point for Blumhouse. It was really when the industry recognized we had kind of a different approach to making movies that was working. People always ask, like, what's my favorite Blumhouse movie? Which I don't have a favorite Blumhouse movie. But the movie that I had the most significant time and probably the best time on was the first Purge movie.
Now get the hell out of my house.
There wasn't a spark to create the Blumhouse model. It was 15 packed years spending some time in independent film and some time in studio film. And what I loved about independent film was making the movies, but I thought independent distribution was for the birds. I hated it because it was so broken. And my feeling about studio filmmaking was the exact opposite. I thought the producing of studio movies was horrible because it was producing by committee and everyone was terrified of their own shadow.
And then there was us.
But the distribution of a studio movie I thought was fantastic because it was so powerful. The inciting incident was I had Paranormal Activity and The Tooth Fairy were released within a year of each other. And the company was born from those two experiences. It was like, what if you could get studio releases like The Tooth Fairy on independent movies like Paranormal Activity? And that was kind of the beginning of Blumhouse.
Dreams are good for everyone.
We bet on people who we believe are great artists. That's the most important thing that we do. Our success sits squarely on the backs of our writers and directors. And I actually think keeping the budgets low keeps the director focused on the most important part of movie making, which is storytelling, and not on, I don't think special effects or car chases, all that stuff. I don't think that stuff makes for great movies. I think they're great movies with those things in them. But when you start relying on those things for a great movie, things start to go south.
Hey, leave him alone!
On the television side, I'm excited about our next 4 Welcome to the Blumhouse movies with Amazon. All are directed by underrepresented filmmakers. The audience of horror is a very diverse audience. Less than 50% of people look like me in the audience. And so I thought it'd be interesting to pick filmmakers who are more representative of the audience. The stories reflect that too. The stories are about experiences of marginalized people. I'm very proud of them, and I think they turned out very well. Most importantly, they're scary and they're fun, they're entertaining, but they also have something to say.
Who's ready?